Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this class. This is the yin class. If you have next to you a bolster, 2 blocks, and a blanket, that is great. If you don't, we'll figure it out. It's not a problem. But if you have them, that's awesome. So let's start seated for a short meditation, feeling grounded and rooted. Close your eyes. Elongate your spine, relax the shoulders, try to stay steady, so try not to move. Soften your face. And connect to your breath or to the sensations of your breath. Observing your chest moving, rise and fall of your chest as you're breathing. Observing the air entering your nose, coming out again. And observing the room temperature on your skin, so the air, your clothes on your skin. Being basically aware of where you are. Take a deep inhalation through your nose and sigh out. Bring your hands together in front of the heart and bow your head towards your hands. You can set yourself an intention for your practice, any intention. However, the intention that comes back often during a yin class is to be present, stay focused, and just listen to your body. So trying to be aware during the pose of what this pose make you feel like, physically, mentally, emotionally, without any attachment, without making it too important. Just observe and be fully in it. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Open your eyes. We're going to start this yin class with Sphinx Pose. So let's stand on our belly. Come all the way on your belly. So you don't have to use a bolster here. You can just come on your forearms. Spread your fingers wide. Bring the shoulders over your elbows. Relax your legs, relax your feet. And just stay here. You can lift your head. You can drop your head, close your eyes. You can also use the bolster. If you have a bolster and you want an easier pose, you can bring the bolster under your armpits and bring the arms down. You can also bring a block under the forehead and just stay there. So yin is a meditative practice. So once you found your comfortable pose, then stay with it. Find steadiness. And yin shouldn't be, don't make it too hard, don't force anything. Don't also make it too easy. Just find the right pose for you, the right adjustment for you. It should be just right. Connecting through your breath. Observing maybe your breathing movement, maybe the air coming in and out through your nose. And at some point when the pose, it's often very easy to start with and it becomes more challenging as we stay in the pose. So when it becomes challenging, maybe in Sfinx it can be your shoulders, and try to breathe through your shoulders, try to stay with it. If it's painful, if at any moment of the class you have sharp pain, then just back off. Come out of the pose and do something else or take a child's pose. So in this Sphinx pose, we're working mainly on those meridians that are stimulating the bladder, the stomach, and the spleen, the gallbladder, and the liver. So a lot of meridians are affected while we are in Sphinx pose. Relax your belly. Don't press on your elbows. Don't lift your back. Try to really relax everything. And if you can't be still for a few minutes for the whole pose, and try to remain still for at least a minute or two. And stay in your body, stay present, stay connected. We're halfway there. And trying to feel all the sensations that arise with the pose. So all the physical sensations, maybe you can feel your lower back, your upper back, your shoulders, your arms, your legs, your neck. And often with physical sensations comes emotional or mental. There's a mental effect, there are thoughts or feelings. And try to acknowledge them, try to be aware of them without making them dramatic. Thoughts are just thoughts. You are not them. Almost there. Take a deep inhale. Full exhale. Stay here, or we're just gonna stay in coming to seal pose. So bring your chest on the mat and then bring your hands under the shoulders. Bring your fingers pointing slightly to the outside of your mat. Spread your fingers wide and press through your hands. Stretch your arms, trying to align the shoulders over your hands. So bring the shoulders over your hands. Seal pose. It's okay to sack the shoulders. Close your eyes here. Just a few more breaths here. And take a full deep breath. And slowly press your hands, bend your knees, bring your feet together and come into a child's pose. For Rebound Pose. Bring your hips on your heels, stretch your arms forward and bring your forehead down. If you prefer, you can bring your arms behind you, from rest your shoulders. Or maybe bring your hands together in prayer and then bring your forehead to rest on your thumbs. And slowly come back up to all fours. So now we're going to take Dragon Pose. So Dragon Pose, we're going to use a lot of props for this Dragon Pose, but you don't have to use any props. So we're going to take a blanket and just bring the blanket in the middle of the mat. We're going to need the bolster and bring the bolster just in front of the blanket. And 2 blocks in front of the bolster on each side. So remember, if you don't have any props, it's fine. You can just, if you have blocks, just use blocks, whatever you have. So we're going to bring the right foot in between the blocks. And then you're going to use the bolster. So you can roll the bolster and bring the bolster just in the front left thigh. So left thigh back, untuck the back toes. So your left thigh should be resting on the bolster. If it's too low, maybe you want to use a block on top, bring the block, or a pillow, another blanket, anything you have here, and bring your hands on the blocks. Then try to more or less align your knee over your ankle. And then bring your hands down on the blocks. Relaxing the shoulders. Close your eyes. And in this dragon pose, we are also basically working on the same meridians as the Sphinx and seal pose. And try to let go, don't try to engage any muscles. Just resting here. Find steadiness. So you can probably feel a stretch on your left psoas, front thigh, left thigh. And trying to get in touch with your deep, deep self through the stillness, through your breath, and feeling all the sensations, all can be muscles, anything, any tensions you might have right now. Just bring your awareness into it and bring your breath into it. Try to breathe through those challenging areas. Stay connected with your breath. Your breath will keep you here in your body. Your breath will keep you present. Almost there. And take a deep, full breath. Slowly start to come out of the pose. Bring the blocks away. We'll use the props again for the other side, but first, let's come into a rebound pose. So keep the blanket and remove the blocks and the bolster. You can either lie on your belly or come all the way on your back. Stretch your legs. Coming into a mini Shavasana. And feeling the difference with the right side, left side. Feeling quite unbalanced right now, but we'll even it out in a moment. Take a deep, full breath. Bend your knees, slowly roll over to your side. Finding your way onto all fours again for dragon pose, left side. And bring the bolster in front of you, in front of the blankets. Blocks. And this time bring the left foot between the blocks. Now roll the bolster until it reaches for the right back thigh and move the blanket if needed to protect your knee. Untuck the back toes to relax the foot. Lower your hips. And drawing your attention inwards. Let your breath guide you. Allowing all the sensations to arise physically, emotionally, mentally. Try not to reject anything, just observe. Almost there. Try not to lean too much on the right side. Try to press your hands equally on each block, left hand on the left block and right hand on the right side. So try to press your hands equally, try not to lean on the right side, collapse on the right side. Almost there. Take a deep, full breath. Then gently come back, bring the blocks on the side. Step your left foot back behind your bolster and bring the bolster away. And blanket away too. And find your way for your rebound, either lie on your back or your stomach, stretch your legs and close your eyes just for a brief moment, maybe taking mini Shavasana, just feeling the balance. Now we did both sides, feeling the difference. Take a deep, full breath. Bend your knees. Roll it to your side and slowly come back to seated. Or come to seated. Square pose. So square pose is not always accessible to all of us. We're going to bring the right shin forward. So there are two ways to do it. You can either bring your right shin forward, stay there. You can bring classic square pose. You're going to bring your right foot, flex your right foot and bring your right foot on top of your left knee. Now, if to prevent from overstretching on your knee, you can bring the block under your right knee. You can stay there. Or just bring the right shin forward and stay here. You're going to bring your hands down and slowly fold. Maybe you can bring your forearms down. Maybe you need the bolster and bring your arms on the bolster. Drop your head. So anything you need here, any props, anything, just make yourself as comfortable as you can be. But you need to find just the right pose, just the right adjustment, so you feel something, but it doesn't hurt. In Yin, we call it the Goldilock Effect, in this story with the Goldilock and in the three bears house in the woods and finding the right chair for her or the right bed. One is too small, one is too big, but one is just right. It's the balance, finding what is just right for you. And in this pose, it's a good way of releasing the piriformis, which lies just deep into the buttocks area. It's a nice way to stretch it and release it. And we also are working on the meridians of the kidney, the bladder, the liver, and the stomach. So if you want to go deeper, maybe after a while you can bring your hands down, head down. Maybe you don't want to go deeper yet, or not this time, and that's fine. Just stay there and breathe. Almost there. Take a deep full breath. Slowly come back up, releasing your legs, stretch your legs, or bring your feet mat distance, knees together, and come on your back. Let's take some windshield wipers here and sway your knees right to left. Very slowly. Feeling everything on your hips, your legs, your lower back maybe. And gently coming back to seated. Take your time. Let's move slowly. And we'll do the other side. So if you had your shin, your right shin forward, this time you're going to bring the left shin forward. Or bring the left foot on top of your right knee. Maybe use a block. Maybe use a bolster in front of you. And bring your arms down. So we are all different, of course. We all have different bodies. So sometimes, that's why sometimes this pose is not accessible to all of us. And sometimes it's not enough. So try to find the right adjustment for you. What is right for you is not right for everyone else. And that's not good, that's not bad. It's just the way it is. We are all different. Not only in our practice, in how far we are in a practice, but also anatomically, we are made different. Our bone structure is different. Muscles are going to be different. The deep connective tissues, everything can be very different. Maybe after a moment you can go deeper, and maybe not, and it's all fine. Almost there. Stay connected, keep on breathing with full awareness. And take a deep, full breath. And slowly come back up. Either you extend your legs and come into a mini Shavasana, or bring your feet mat distance. Knees together, come on your back. And swaying your legs from side to side. In yin class, yin yoga, we work in depth, really. It's very deep work. It's not only about physical, of course, we get more flexible. Yin is a very good way. In fact, it's a great way to become more flexible, because we work on we work deeper, we work on a deep connective tissue. So it's much, much deeper work than a vinyasa or hatha class, which will be more on the muscle area. So we work on the joints, on the fascia, the tendons. By relaxing the muscles, we allow the work to go deeper. The muscles are often a barrier to protect the deep connective tissues. But if we go slow and we stay in the pose, we breathe through it, we relax the muscles, and we can actually get deeper. And then slowly rolling all the way on your belly, coming for cat pulling its tail. So come on your belly here. And then you're going to bring, so there are two options here. You can bring your right arm on the left side and then lean on the right side. And then the right leg goes behind. You can bend your left knee, your top leg, you can bend your knee, and maybe you can grab your foot. Maybe you need a strap, maybe you can grab your foot here. So that's it for cat pulling its tail. You can also come to, if you want, you don't have to grab your foot, you can also let go of your foot. If you want a nice stretch, which will be also a side stretch, you can use the bolster and then stay on the right side. Bring the bolster towards your rib cage. Right arm goes over your head. Stretching your legs, left leg forward, right leg behind, and maybe bring the left arm over your head, grabbing your wrist, staying here. So maybe that feels better to you. So choose one pose, one variation, and try to stick to it. And if you need something more active, you can press your right arm, so bend your elbow, then coming on your right forearm and taking a gentle twist here, looking towards your left foot and relaxing here, closing your eyes. So a lot of options here for you. Now you just have to pick the right one for yourself. And here we are working on the stomach meridian, the spleen, the liver, the kidney, the gallbladder, and the large intestine. Almost there. Relax everything. Stay with your breath. Take a deep, full breath. Wherever you are, release, remove the bolster if you have a bolster, and come on your back. Separate your legs, your arms, palms facing up, and close your eyes. And slowly bend your knees and roll over to your side. Come on your belly or come on the left side, and then directly on the left side. Bring your left arm forward. And then your right leg in front. So right leg front, and maybe bend the left knee and grab your foot here. Or bring the bolster under yourself and stretch your arms over your head. You can stay there or come on your left forearm. And feeling your body right now, feeling the left side of the chest, stretching, expanding. Your right shoulder opening. The side stretch, the slight twist. And then try to notice what thoughts arise as you lie here. What emotion arise. And then take a deep full breath. Slowly release, come on your back. Extend your legs. And we're going to take supported bridge with a block. So bend your knees, bring your feet down, and press on your feet to bring a block at any levels under your sacrums. It could be the highest level, it could be the medium level, just right under the sacrum. You can change level halfway, no problem. So start slow, maybe. Start slow, low, and then stretch your legs. You can bring your arms over your head, grab opposite elbows. And then if you feel it's too much, you can lower the block or maybe bring it higher if you want more. And stay with your breath. You probably have your mind wandering away. That's what the mind does. Then bring it back through your breath. And we're working on the meridians of the stomach, the spleen, the liver, and the kidney. We have lines running through our bodies that are connected to organs according to the Chinese medicine. And when we do some poses that's the way to stimulate them to be healthy, to have healthy organs. So it's a very deep work in yoga, deep connected tissues and organs. It's like a self-acupuncture. And that way, when we rebalance all the organs, we can rebalance those two energies that we were created with, the yin and the yang energy. If there's an imbalance, then we have too much yin or too much yang, then it's not good, we cannot be healthy. So we want to rebalance both energies to be healthy and happy. Almost there. Keep on breathing. Stay with your sensations. Take a deep, full breath. And slowly bend your knees, bring your feet down. Lifting your hips, remove the block and slowly come back. You can extend your legs or you can bring your feet mat distance, knees together, and take in windshield wipers. Gonna bring your knees to your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And then bring your feet down, bend your knees, and drop your legs over to the left side for a gentle recline twist. You can bring your left hand on top of your right knee and extend your right arm to the side. And then slowly bring your legs back to the center and over the right side. And gently bring your knees back up. And extend your legs and getting ready for a pentacle. Feel free to use any props you need, maybe a bolster under your thighs or under your knees. Closing your eyes. Take a deep breath in, filling up your lungs with air and energy, and exhale what is not serving you anymore. Giving it back to the earth. One last time, inhale. And exhale. Letting go of your shoulders, your arms, your head, your legs, your feet. Let it all sink down to the ground. Surrender to gravity. Do not resist. Have no resistance. You can stay here for as long as you want. You can start to come back to your physical self and deepen your breath. Wiggle your toes, your fingers. You can stretch your arms over your head and bring your knees to your chest. And slowly rolling over to your side. Your comfortable side, any side really. When you're ready, slowly come back to seated. And bring your hands in the heart center. Bow your head towards your hands and feeling gratitude for today's practice. Feeling grateful for your body and for what it's able to do every day on and off the mat. Take a deep breath in. Full exhale. Inhale, preparing for one Om. Thank you so much for practicing today. Namaste. Thank you, everyone, and I hope you have a nice day or nice evening. See you soon. Namaste.